Welcome Slash Gear to the great state of Texas, where we're presenting the all-new 2017 718 Boxster and Cayman models. A lot of changes to talk about here. We have a 718 Cayman PDK that Vince has just driven extensively with the new 2-liter flat 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, making 300 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque in this case. With the PDK and Sport Chrono package, the car is capable of 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. And with the S model, same transmission, Sport Chrono, that's got a 350 horsepower 2.5 liter engine. You're looking at 4 seconds flat to 60. But let's start with the exterior, tell you some of the changes. We noted on the drive that the fender shape has been changed. It's sharper, it's more aggressive, tying into the line that extends from the new front fascia, which has been redesigned, and also this headlight shape is a little different. Optionally, for you techies out there, you can also get LED headlights as an option for the first time on 718 Boxster and Cayman. Bi-xenon's a standard, and the LEDs are optional. This car is equipped with 19-inch wheels, which is an option as our 20-inch wheels for the standard Boxster. It normally comes on 18s. And the Boxster and Cayman S come with 19-inch wheels of this size, and 20s are optional. The wheels allow us to take a good look at the brakes, which are larger. On this car, they used to have a diameter of 315 millimeters. They are now up to 330 millimeters, or 13 inches. And these are actually the brakes that were on the previous Cayman and Boxster S. So the standard car now has the previous S brakes, tying into the performance. And that makes sense because this car, from a performance level, is about the same as the previous S model was with its 3.4 liter 325 horsepower engine. So that just shows you, in terms of the braking power and the engine performance, how much more performance this new model does offer. Just like on the 911, we have these new door handles and this different crevice in the door. So these body parts, as we move down, along with these vents, which are bigger, they're 10 millimeters wider because obviously this car being turbocharged, it needs more air for the intercoolers, are new. Everything on the center portion of the car, so the rear deck lid, the roof or convertible top in the case of the Boxster, and the windshield and front luggage compartment lid are the same, but all of the side pieces of body paneling on the car are new. Another interesting thing to point out as we move around to the rear is this Porsche logo type spread across the back. In this case, we have the optional sport exhaust with the chrome tailpipes. You can also get them in black if you prefer. And these taillights are new. The interesting thing about them is they have 4-point brake lights that I can demonstrate quickly. You see how the 4-point brake lights light up, and they mirror the 4-point daytime running lights that you have on the LED headlights. So lots of changes. We mentioned the brakes. This car also runs on a new generation of tire, offering better grip and lower rolling resistance, and a lot of engineering went into making sure that these tires have a very well balanced heat buildup and heat consistency, which is particularly important when you're driving on the track. You don't want the tire to overheat or degrade too quickly, and they've taken a lot of time to spend time developing that to ensure the car performs well, because it's really all down to the tires. The suspension and engine can only utilize their full performance if you have the tire to match. This car is equipped with the PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management suspension with adaptive dampers, which offers a 10 millimeter or 0.43 inch lower ride height than the standard suspension that is not adaptive. On the S model, you can also get a PASM Sport suspension, which is another 0.43 inches lower, and it's also adaptive. That is only available for the S model. This ride height and this suspension you can get for both. Now let's move on to the interior. There's a number of changes here, some of which you've already seen on the 911. but that also promote the performance of the car and how it's available to be used in daily driving situations. So the first thing evident here is the GT Sport steering wheel, which has a 360 millimeter diameter. It's a $320 option, and it's about 15 millimeters smaller in diameter than the regular steering wheel that comes with the car. So it gives you a really nice feel when you're driving through corners, and a feel of balance and control of the car in general. This car is equipped with a 7-speed dual-clutch PDK transmission, which comes with the two metal paddle shifters on the wheel, the left one being to downshift, the right one for upshifts. Like on the new 911, the 9912, the shift direction on the gear selector here in manual mode has been reversed. So to downshift you push forward, to upshift you pull back, like on a race car. This car is equipped with PDK and the Sport Chrono package, which gives you the mode switch on the steering wheel, offering 4 modes: normal, sport at the 3 o'clock position, Sport Plus at the 6 o'clock position, and individual at the 9 o'clock position. And individual lets you individually pre-program your preferred throttle response setting, suspension setting for the adaptive suspension should you have it, sport exhaust, which this car has, and so forth, allowing you to, at the flick of a switch, select your preferred setting every time you go on individual. So that's a handy feature to have. On cars with PDK, the mode switch also comes with the sport response button, which drops down to the lowest gear, gives you the fastest shifting strategy, and also allows you to utilize the maximum acceleration capability of the car. You press this button, and then you'll see in the instrument cluster here the time in which this mode is active counting down, which is 20 seconds. Once you're done using it and it hasn't run out yet, you can either deselect it, or it'll run out automatically of time, and then you can select it again at any time you wish. You'll see here the buttons for the optional adaptive suspension to toggle between the comfort mode and the sport mode, and this would be the button for the sport exhaust to activate the flaps. Another feature on these cars when they're equipped with Sport Chrono package is the new PSM, not to be confused with PASM. PSM is Porsche Stability Management, so our electronic stability and traction control, with the new sport mode. So what that allows you to do is free up a lot of yaw and slip angle in the car to allow for a bit more movement, let's just say, when you're on an enclosed track or other enclosed road, but still retaining the safety feature of having active stability control. It just doesn't intervene as soon. The bandwidth of usability, while still retaining the safety net of stability control, or PSM as we call it, is much greater. So it allows you to delve much deeper into the capabilities of the car without sacrificing that safety. Last but not least, looking at the new navigation and infotainment system, which has Apple CarPlay capability, Google Earth, Google Street View, and in terms of map functions, there's a Google Earth imagery, and you can also pinch and pull the map just like you would on a smartphone. So a lot more capability and intuitive interaction than the previous system. So that sums up the interior, along with the racing yellow belts, which are also an option. Hope it was as informative as it was enjoyable, and hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.